Hi friends, my name is Renuka. Welcome to my channel, and today I am making some cards by using SSS Nuts About You stamp kit, and it came with this kind of stamp sets and other pattern paper and all, and they have also these three cardstock which is I think 110 lb cardstocks from SSS. I never used this, so I thought give it a try and directly color on this. So I will just stamp and color some of these and making these three cards by using distress inks colors, and maybe I'll use some inks with came in a card. So let's start the project. And I'm planning to do some heat embossing for this. So I have these last cardstock from the salmon stamp, and now I will just put this into my misty, and I'm going to put all these small stamps and kind of creating a pattern here. And basically I want a grid pattern, so I think I don't need a misty here. I can stamp that with all the small blocks, acrylic blocks I have with me. And first of all, preparing your surface. So I just prepare a little bit dusting here and there. After that I'm using the Versa mark ink, and now first of all I want to use the bigger stamps here, so I get kind of idea that where I'm planning to, it's white on white, still you can see, I don't know can you see in the camera, but I can see those images. It's like a watermark on this card base, and if you not very comfortable with white cardstock, you can use the craft cardstock also, so you will get the same kind of effect on that also. In fact, on the craft cardstock you can just add one color and you will done with that. Now here I am using first of all the big images. Those are kind of leaves of now I am using this berry kind of stamp here, and again you can use here multiple embossing powders and create this width as your focal point. Now the technique will be same for doing that. You just need to do the first of all, if you want to look for the greens, then just go for the greens in that, and then just add a little bit of now you can see that this stamp is really bleeding the ink before I have, but I don't have any option now. Already I stamped one images, so I don't mind that, and I'll just go ahead and let's see what happened. I hope this mistake will hidden in all the colors. And basically I will stamp everything at a one time, and then I'll just will give a white embossing powder on this. And now same time I want to add my sentiment also, and I'm planning to use here this thank you sentiment. And thank you is kind of thank you and birthday cards are like you can have n number of them and still you want to make some more. So and now I will just add the powder here, white embossing powder. And by the way, I'm using Hero Arts Detail Fine White Embossing Powder because these images are little small, and I don't know, I love this powder and it gives a really nice effect. If you want tone on tone look, you can use the clear embossing powder also, although we use the anti-dusting powder here, but still they have a little bit of now you can see these images. And before giving it setting all these, I would love to like more images, so this is the point that I can add more stamping on this. So I thought it's already to fill up, so I'll use only these small 3 berry stamp to fill the background, and I'm putting it just randomly here and there. When you are creating these kind of patterns, make sure that it will go a little bit offset also, so that it looks that your pattern is continued. And again, you can do this with different kind of embossing powders also. Means you just stamp one image, then go with the embossing powder. And if you don't have all the color embossing powder, still you can get and achieve that look by just for stamping you can use distress inks. Distress inks are wait little bit longer, so it will catch all the powder. And if you don't have distress inks, still you can use these techniques with pigment inks also, because pigment ink also have a tendency to wait little bit longer. And you can use the clear embossing powder on those images to get the clear. Now you can see that all the images are just nice. And now I will just remove again the excess. And at this point also, if you don't like any stamp or you think that it is too much close, you can just remove that without any hesitation. And there is another thing I want to mention for this. If sometimes it happens that your embossing is not properly and you heat set all the things, and then you want to just don't want to go there do all this again, at the time you can use a Valentine pen. And but I have this Wow embossing pen and it works as the same way. So I'll just heat set this panel off camera, and then we'll color this. So now I just want to protect the back side of the card, so I don't want to lose any colors on that side. So I'm using here a post-it, and it is leftover from the last project, and you can reuse it. As you can see, I'm reusing it. So now it's time to add colors. So again, I will add the fall colors, because all these are the fall theme cards and everything is about fall. So I want little bit bright colors, so here I'm using bright parmigiana, and another bright color I love to use in greens are twisted citron. And of course I'll use the mustard seed. And these are kind of go-to colors for the fall, and then I'll add or grab some more colors. So first of all, I'll go with orange. I want this thank you thing in orange. So just I'm taking color from my ink and very light-handedly I'm just putting the color. You can add more color if you want to, and I'm just dabbing little bit color on off this paper. So I always have the rough copier paper. And now I will use this green twisted citron, and this green is really vibrant and it's kind of giving you the parrot green color effect and little bit of fluorescent, I think, but it's really nice. And so I'll put that. Now I want to add the yellow color, so I'll again back. Now while using these inks and smooshing them together, you can go just like that. Means you can use one color again and again to get the perfect layer. And sometimes you want to add more colors, so I have only 2 ink blending tools, but I should take 2 more so that I don't have to switch them, because each time if you are using distress ink, you are using at least 3 colors, so that way you can just. And now I'm going over all that green and pink color. Just want to mix that color. Nothing more fancy here. Again, you can add little bit of droplets, water droplets on it to make the distress look, but I'm not using that technique today. I'll just add these colors, and after adding this color I will go with again a different color, and for that I'm planning to use the sponge dauber to get boha effect or the bubbly kind of effect to it. So now for that I think when I will use this citrus, and I just stamp before that because I use different inks on these daubers, because means I don't have the each dauber for each color, because I'm kind of taking one dauber green color in green section for one thing and then another, so that's why I'm just putting down the excess ink of these cards to the page so that I didn't get the last project residue on this. And for the orange color I will use the carved pumpkin color here, and as you see the orange color is very less in our card, so it will just get wind up when we add these dots here and there, and I'm just adding these dots here and there randomly. And for orange color I'm kind of putting that heavily. Now for the yellow one I'm using the fossil umber color in distress ink, and this is kind of little bit darker than honey mustard color, and now you will see that it will just stand out there. Now after doing all this I put always one sponge dauber for a white pigment ink, and maybe I lost that, so I'll use the new one. And here I'm using the color box pigment ink, and I'll just pick some color on that, and then I will stamp that on the already stamped balls, kind of circular kind of shapes here. So I'm just stamping my sponge dauber here and there. So after that I'll just sometimes I don't want to add more sequence or any kind of card, because I thought this one is the one layer card, so it should be flat. And now you can see the card. It's really simple but having lots of colors and little bit subtle look to it. I'm not adding extra color to sides of the cards also, so it will give the plain look. But if you want, you can just use your sponge dauber to darken up all the areas of the card, and you can add little bit sequence or dewdrops or the sparkly different size sequence, but I decided not to use any of this, and maybe I'll use this stickers, and this one is stardust and it is silver color, and I'll add little bit of stickers just to up and down and little bit on the width, so it will get that circular kind of effect with those dots also. And after drawing this I'll post the photos. So this completes the last card of the one kit 10 and more cards in that. And again I have lots of leftovers from that while we are making lots of cards, and I have some more ideas, and whenever I get time I will use this craft cardstock is mine, but all the else are the leftover. And of course we have the stamp with us, so that is the cards. And I would love to show you all the cards. So all of these cards I made with the same Nuts About card kit, and my second kit is arrived, so I don't have time to make another cards from this, but in future definitely I come with different ideas. So I hope you inspired with some of these cards. So this one is the shaker card. It's a little bit different. You can use the MFPs or any. I use here just the circle punch and circles die, and you can see all these cards on my blog, and the same time you can see all the card making videos of these cards. And these are different shapes and sizes, most of A2 and A7, some of them are A7. And if you don't have this kit, you can make this card by using lawn fawn platted paper, and you can purchase this Simmons's stamps separately. So all these watercolor, and most of them are theme in fall theme cards, and so these are like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This one is 9. It's like 10. Again a shaker card, the shape shaker card. 11. And this one is 12, some kind of window. And in the one layer card, this one is like 13. This we make just before. 14. This one is 15. And this last 16th card is DIY pop-up card. So you make sure to check out that. So I hope you like these cards, and if you want to see how I made those cards, you can go to playlist. I will definitely post the link below, or you can see in my YouTube channel and my blog also. So it's really love to sharing all this stuff, and soon I will come with more cards of this month's kit. So until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye.